The battle we've waited months for.
This is real beef. I had to separate them in the back. This is real.
I went to a club and a lady slipped some pills in my drink. Vitamin D.
You know, a
and
lot of
iron.
people nowadays are saying that squirting is just pee. Fuck that bullshit. I think peeing is just squirting. More intricate
Yes.
and bullshit,
Yeah.
two-dimensional, 1940s comedy that we've progressed past. Try being yourself.
You know, folks, I gotta say, I'm scratching my head about all the negativity that's out there about this last Kill Tony episode. The New Year's Eve special episode, HEB Arena, was a top tier elite. Nah, but you know, it was still a good episode. Sure, the bucket pools were a little rough around the edges. You know, can't overlook that. But there was definitely some gold in the interview moments. The bit, you know, the Milwaukee hotel lobby joint. Pure classic, and of course, oh my goodness, my man had to split. Yeah, you know, the split. Yeah, and I guess he said, like he said, he came to a fork in the road up in that uterus, and yeah, it couldn't make up his mind. But that's crazy. It's pure classic material. I mean, dude won 10 grand from Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was there. You know, Sean O'Malley. It was crazy. 10 grand, he didn't even do a minute. He didn't even do a set, and he won 10 grand. Talk about a twist. Red Band proposed. Love was in the air. New Year's Eve. Special day, special moments. Actually, another special moment that happened was David Lucas, you know, getting into the Kill Tony Hall of Fame. That was crazy. I can't lie, when I was watching it, when he got a little worked up, I got a little worked up myself, man. You know, he was doing this thing for a long time, top tier roaster. So definitely shout out to David Lucas and all the work he put in. I'm missing a ton of highlights. I'm just trying to think back. Oh my God, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil came out there and did his thing, did a little rap at the end. He was crushing it, his 5 minutes, basically. You know, he was on it. You know, he was roasting Hans to death. And them joints was classic. So to all the naysayers out there, I just say, yo, lighten up a little bit. Last night, I mean, that episode, New Year's Eve episode, was a winner in my book. So let's get to what we all want to talk about, the battle. You know, the battle. Ric Diez, Hans Kim. If I'm going to be real, as far as that single set, Rick clearly took the crown on that one. Both sets, though, to me, were not great. I will say that even though Ric Diez was the better of the two, to have months to prepare for that, and that's the minute we get, nah, you know what I'm saying? Hans is out there doing a new minute every week, so I can cut him a little slack. But that Ric Diez minute, yeah, it had some funny parts, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad, but was it side splitting? Was I here rolling over? No. And to have months and months to prepare for this, knowing that this is the battle of all battles, New Year's Eve, arena, 7,000 people, to come out there with that, I don't know. It was a little shaky to me. I'm probably in the minority on that. You know, fans everywhere are saying Hans Kim is being protected by Tony, and guess what? You're correct. I'm not mad at that. Yo, Tony's put time and effort into Hans. He's definitely going to reap the benefits and ride that wave to the end. I'm sure he has some kind of management deals or something, promotion deals going on with Hans Kim. So, no, Hans was never leaving. You know, this was just basically a Mexican drum off on steroids. And guess what? Nobody's ever going to beat the drum. What? Somebody's going to beat the drum and take his spot? Like, no, it's never happening. So Hans was never losing his spot. But like I said, let's be real. Ric Diez lives in a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? If he did win, was he gonna be here every weekend? Nope. Or if he did decide to move to the States, I can't lie, man. I think his act, that character he plays, it's gonna get old real quick. Did I say he's a one-trick pony? Probably so. I mean, people are tired of Hans material, but how long would Rick really last? Or how long, you know, I mean, will he survive with all his jokes are just him roasting himself? You know what I'm saying? My guy has one joke like, ooh, I scare girls away and I hate myself. So we ain't talking Hall of Fame, Rodney Dangerfield self depreciating jokes either, yo. So, like I said, he had months to prepare that 1 minute, and that's all he did. Nah, Ric Diaz, even though we can all say he won, quote unquote, this battle, nobody wanted to see Ric Diez up there every month. And I'm sure there's a lot of people, again, I'm sure, yes, I'm in the minority on that. But people hate Hans because this Hans is what we see. We saw Ric Diez for months and months and months. The same hate will be going to him. Look, Cam gets hate. David Lucas was getting hate. Motherfucking, even the great William Montgomery every now and then I see online gets hate. And I mean, he does his thing. I mean, to do a new minute every week is crazy when you think about it. Like that's a lot of material. It's a lot of just coming up with shit, you know, especially when they're already out there on the road doing their regular sets. They're trying to come up with a new minute. I mean, I could never do it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. One other thing, people were down at Hans after, you know, after the battle, just after battle antics. They were a little shaky. I mean, he was pissed off. I mean, he carried it a little too hard, I would say. But the truth of the matter, I mean, this guy Rick was coming for his job. Right? I mean, that's how Hans puts food in his mouth. I mean, he's blowing up. Like you definitely don't want anybody coming in to mess up that gravy train. So I mean, I would be a little pissed too. And at one point, I believe in the past, Hans said like, you know, he thought it was cool. We invited him to his house and comes to his home, and this is how he repays him. Talking about yo, Hans sucks. I want to take his job. So if that was me, I can't lie. I might have, you know, that chip on my shoulder too. I might do a little fuck you too, Ric Diaz, because this is crazy. This is my livelihood. I mean, you over here you shoot over here once every few months or whatever, like once, twice a year. Like this is where I live. This is where I work. This is where I you know, I'm trying to feed my family, my future family, and what have you. Set up, you know, myself for retirement, and you coming out here trying to take that? Nah, I'll be pissed too. So, uh, that was some bullshit from Rick. I mean, to me, honestly, I think it was kind of some bullshit from Rick, especially if at one point they were cool in the background. I mean, of course, once he started shitting on Hans, that all changed. So it is what it is. I mean, Hans could have handled it better, but I'm not mad at him, man. Fuck it. I'm not mad at him. And I'm not trying to come here and saying that Hans came off as great. I mean, that minute was a little rough. You know what I'm saying? He definitely needs some time off. Break is needed. Not only is I'm sorry, a minute every week very hard. It's easy to become like complicit in it. I mean, he is blowing up. He's getting money. He's on tour, selling out, you know what I'm saying, clubs and things of that nature. So, I mean, it's almost just like, I come up here, spit some bullshit. Let me get this minute out the way so I can get back on this road and get this money. So, comedy wise, I don't think Hans is as bad as people shit on him for, but he's definitely got a little lazy with his writing at times. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of months, his last several months, I should say. I mean, he can get lazy. He has, you know, high moments, low moments. All his jokes are going to be, you know, pretty much he hates any race besides the whites. Sometimes I think he hates his own race. You know, he hates liberals and talks about sex with his girlfriend. It gets old and repetitive, but I mean, I think that's like the gift and the curse of being a regular. You know, when you do not 1 minute, I mean, you're gonna talk about what you know, or at least what you think is funny, like what's in your wheelhouse, and have to spin that every week, a minute every week is damn near impossible. So shout out to the people that can pull it off, like the great William Montgomery, yo. So what's to wrap it up? I mean, it's for the New Year's Eve show. Hans fucked up the script with a bad performance. Let's be real. The fix was in. Hans fucked it up. He just needed to be close so it could go to the scorecards and judges how their way. But it was just so fucking lopsided. You know, he fucked it up. Can't be close. Wasn't close on the scorecards for real, for real. So it definitely looks like a robbery. But in the end, I think the person probably that didn't deserve to win, but the person that should have won, who's good for the show, would kill Tony. Me watching it every week was Hans Kim, and I'm not mad at it. So put your thoughts in the comments, of course. You know who you think win, and your thoughts in the bigger picture. That's what I would say. I mean, because I think the consensus, the consensus is going to be that Rick won this particular night. But would you want to see Ric Diez there every week, a minute a week, and him talking about how girls hate him and, you know what I'm saying, just self-depreciating jokes that hit but don't hit. It is what it is. Shady stickers, dark humor. We're bringing it to the light, or we can laugh in the shadows together. Thank you and have a great day.